Okay, I wasn't going to do a video this early, but I'm doing a special edition today. It has to do with sports and football, or should I say the NFL. I just found out a couple of hours ago that former quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, Brett Favre, is suffering from memory loss. And it dawned on me that they were talking about this on CBC that is coming from the concussions that he got and the number of hits that he received and the number of sacks that the number of sacks that got to him. And I must say that it was a bit surprising to hear Brett Favre suffering from concussions and suffering memory loss in the process. While at the same time, I'm not surprised because he should have retired years ago. He played for Green Bay, and then he played for the Vikings. And that right there and then, he should have called it a career. But for some reason, actually, I think it was the New York Jets he played for first, and then Vikings. I don't know, one of those two teams. Okay, I forgot. I never keep track of these things. But yeah, when his when his welcome was run out at Green Bay, he should have just retired there and then. I mean, he put up the stats. He um, he received a lot of Pro Bowl recognitions. I mean, he got invited to the Pro Bowl a couple of times, and he won a Super Bowl with the Packers. So I don't know. He kept on playing and playing, thinking that he could get all his skills of the old Brett Favre, but no, his playing days were just about over, and he should have just even when he was at his prime, he should have just walked away from football. And that's what happens to a lot of NFL players. They play for so long, and they get tackled and they get hit so much that concussions are common in football. I mean, football is a physical contact sport, so concussions are bound to occur or bound to concur. I mean, but I don't know. Brett. I mean, a lot of these players don't think about the long-term consequences of their actions. Well, because the money, they are getting paid. They get paid good money. But as I said in a couple of videos, the money sometimes doesn't always last long, and in most cases, it never does last long. I mean, you got to pay your taxes, you got to pay utilities and bills, and mortgage for your house if you have one, and then you got to think about child support and alimony. Of course, most NFL players, when their careers are over, divorce is about to happen. They get divorced. Like, say, look at players like Jerry Rice and Warren Sapp. They got divorced, and they're probably paying alimony through their pocketbooks, and they're probably suffering from the same effects as Brett Favre, but they never go to the media to talk about things like that. But yeah, Brett Favre's story is a tragedy, and it's very sad. Heard him in an interview one time saying that he doesn't even remember his daughter's game. So yeah, it's a pretty sad reality that him and all the other NFL players are going through. Half former NFL players are going through. So yeah, I don't know what it is about these sports. It's just a sad example of how money when money becomes a deterrent, and money becomes the object, then it's very difficult to walk away, like say from professional sports like football and hockey as well. So, I mean, Brett Favre was sacrificing not only his body but his mind as well, just to put food on the table for his family, or provide for his family, and to put food on the table. So it's pretty sad, and I would urge these present NFL players to prepare for their futures, because at some point their playing careers, they're not going to last very long. They never do, since the average NFL career is 3 to 4 years. Never lasts very long. And if you retire early or get cut by a team, you'll be saving a lot of yourself, physically and mentally too. Well, that's it for now, for this special video. Adios.